Now joining us on this special day from Beijing, we are joined by Dr. Amani Soliman, Associate Professor of International Relations at Alexandria University. Thank you very much for being here with us, Dr. Amani Soliman. Tonight's opening has drawn presidents, royals and international organizations. What message do you think this level of attendance sends about Egypt's global influence and cultural diplomacy?
Good afternoon, Mark. Let me first express my happiness that I'm here with you guys, not talking about the war or conflict. We are talking about a happy moment of Egyptian modern history. And I'm really thrilled and I feel really homesick for being away from Egypt in such glorious times. It's this ceremony with this heavy presence and attendance of many dignitaries of the world. We have leaders from more than 50 different countries from the world, is acknowledgement of both the greatness of ancient Egypt as well as the importance and the weight of Egypt on the international arena. It's very important to remember what Egypt has achieved in the past few months, leading ways to get truth in Gaza, to achieve other achievements in different files regionally and internationally. So appreciating what Egypt has done in the past and appreciating what Egypt is doing today is what really leading all these dignitaries and all these important figures, leaders from around the world to come to Egypt and share this moment with Egyptians.
Yes, and I believe, I can imagine exactly what you're saying there, Dr. Soliman. Being away from Egypt must be must make you feel
Yes.
very homesick and proud, I would imagine.
I am, and all the time, like I'm being asked by my Chinese neighbor, my Chinese students. Everyone is asking what's happening in Egypt, what's happening on your social media. Why are you changing your profiles into pictures of pharaohs and Egyptian kings and Egyptian queens? And I just try to explain to them, and they go search online what is Jim and what is happening in Egypt, and that makes me proud, but at the same time, it makes me tear.
Yes, and Dr. Soliman, from Beijing to Brussels, museum diplomacy is becoming a new global language almost. How might the Grand Egyptian Museum inspire fresh cultural cooperation between Egypt and also Asian partners such as China?
Well, let me tell you that the world appreciated what we had and stopped for during COVID. For 3 or 4 years of COVID, international traveling was very hard. So after the end of COVID crisis, many people around the world really are taking chances now and putting time and money and budget into international travel. They want to see different parts of the world, and this applies on Chinese as it applies on any other people around the world. We can see a surge in Chinese tourism to Egypt in the past few years. Between 2023 and 2025, it's almost 70% up now, the number of Chinese tourists coming to Egypt. And for my astonishment, I found that most of them, they prefer historical sites. They prefer Cairo, Giza, Luxor to other destinations, all important, of course, but this is the Chinese taste. They prefer to come to visit historical sites in Egypt, which means that Jim would be a very important destination to them, a place that they will want to come and visit. A very important part of education here, around like out of the curriculum for Chinese students, is to visit museums. And Chinese, as the Chinese people, as a people of ancient civilization as well, they appreciate and they know what it means to have a great ancient civilization. Children are taught in school that the foundations of world civilization lay in the east in China and in the center of the world in Egypt and also in Iraq. So even Chinese children know the importance of Egyptian history, of Egyptian civilization. With the modern now Belt and Road Initiative here in China that has been in the center of international cooperation and how China is perceiving the world, you can also see the importance of Egypt as a partner not just in tourism but also in culture in general. And I think that our Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities is not really reluctant about promoting Egypt to the Chinese population. Last year here in Beijing, we expressed new techniques to attract Chinese tourists, including adding Chinese food to menus in different hotels, hiring more Chinese language tour guides in different touristic locations. We have seen also that even the official website of the ministry itself has now the Chinese language. So I think cultural diplomacy is going both ways between the Egyptian tourism authorities, which is keen to attract more Chinese tourists, and from the Chinese side, where the Chinese are really keen to know more about Egypt and to reconnect with Egypt as one of the most important stations on the so-called Road and Belt way.
And Dr. Solomon, the museum's opening redefines Egypt's narrative abroad, doesn't it, to some degree? How important is it, do you think, for nations to project cultural identity as part of perhaps even a foreign policy strategy in the 21st century?
Isolation is not a possibility in the time of globalization and after globalization. You cannot just close your door and think that you will get to connect with the world for any given file without really talking about yourself, talking about what kind of history you have and what kind of modernity also you have. So showing the world what Egypt is capable of doing, despite all what we have been through during the past 15 years, is very important. I have been listening about this great museum being established since the early thousands as I was a fresh graduate. And today, after 20 years, seeing it in front of my eyes, and I can visit it with my son, with my family, and invite my foreign friends to it, is a great achievement. To tell the world that despite going through economic crisis, political unrest, and still being capable of achieving and finishing such a huge project in these dire times is very important for Egypt's status. And to tell the whole world that you have this degree of determination, you can achieve what you promise, you can really put funds into the right place, you have the technical and the expertise to the technical expertise and the experts to achieve the plan despite all the difficulties. This is very important for presenting the face of modern Egypt to the world, as much as we are also presenting our ancient face to the world. Both go together at the same time.
Yeah, and we often speak of cultural corridors, don't we, linking Africa and Asia, and of course Europe as well. Can the Grand Egyptian Museum perhaps be a diplomatic bridge for dialogue among these regions, rooted in shared heritage?
Well, for the past almost 20 or 25 years, libraries are not just libraries and museums are not just museums. I worked at the Library of Alexandria at the earliest days of its opening, and I can assure you that this is how Egypt now is running its big cultural institutions. It's not just a huge storage room for antiquities or for books. It's open for dialogue, for conferences, for workshops, for cooperation. It's open to tell the world. Uh, I have seen some esteemed guests today on Egyptian TV talking about restoration and how it happens with cooperation with other archaeologists from and historians from around the world. It's very, very important to um, open doors for cooperation. It's not just to attract tourists, but also to have a dialogue in science, in archaeology, in history, and for culture in general with other people from around the world. I think this is something that you can achieve by having such a huge institution such as GIM.
Yeah, and you mentioned about Chinese tourists coming here and wanting that cultural experience. There's a strong economic dimension to it, isn't there, for Egypt? Do you think cultural diplomacy through institutions like the Grand Egyptian Museum can attract sustainable investment and also and create industries of their own?
But I know that the modern sciences related to museums are very diverse. It's not just about how to show the artifacts or how to restore them. Now, let's imagine cooperation in terms of AI, in terms of security, in terms of digitization, in terms of archiving. All these processes around having a museum and managing it day to day is very important. And it would be one of the things that we can cooperate in with the Chinese people. We have just seen the Chinese president talking in the APEC about the importance of AI and the ethics of using AI and how to make use of it in favor of humanity in different fields. China, which is one of the most advanced countries in files related to technology, ICT technology in general, and especially AI, perhaps we can cooperate on this. And also, you can imagine how it works if experts from different countries also train and get trained in Egypt in files related to Egyptian civilization and to running a museum as huge as the gym.
Well, thank you very much. We wish you were here to enjoy this day with us today, Dr. Soliman. It's a pleasure to have you on the program. Dr. Emeni Soliman, Associate Professor of the International Relations at Alexandria University. Thank you very much for being here with us.